Let's take a look at another American-made padlock. This is a Brinks, as you see. It's a 50 millimeter. These are pretty inexpensive. I think you can buy them in 6-packs for like 25 bucks. But anyway, they'd all be keyed the same. Here's what our bitting looks like on this one. And looks pretty radical looking bitting. And again, it's like all of them, it's a new lock. It is non-key retaining. Now let's see how we can exploit this thing. Like I said, I don't really expect much. It came from the bottom near the compost section of the pile. So the first thing I'd like to do is just picket SPP, and I'm going to use top tension because I'm going to pick this one kind of rough. Usually these Brinks have security pins, but I just don't think this one does. So while I normally like to use very light tension, let's go ahead and apply quite a bit to this one and just see what happens. So we're just torque it down and just pick it like we don't care. And the idea, of course, is that we're going to force them in place, and that's exactly what we've done here. So I really don't think there's any security pins in it. Now, to keep this interesting, I'll do something a little bit different on this one. I'm going to machine this one open later so we can see what the locking mechanism looks like. But before we do that, let's do one more thing. I'm going to show you just how vulnerable these inexpensive locks, regardless of manufacturer, can be. Let's put the tension wrench again in. And then I'm going to take the pick and I'm going to put it in backwards. And we've talked about this rocking technique before. So I'm going to put it in there backwards. I'm going to apply just a little bit of tension and then just rock it right open. So cheap. I mean, Brinks usually had a really good reputation. You have security pins and everything. And this one, to be honest, is quite a disappointment. I recommend you don't buy it, not even for training purposes. Don't waste your money. Find something else you're going to get a little bit more training value out of there rather than this one. Anyway, thanks for your time. I will machine this and I will append it to the end of it. So stand by. I'm going to have to go off camera here. Okay, I know you've been waiting forever. It seems like it. But anyway, let me give you the bad news first. Let's see if I can figure out the zoom here. We'll get it to cooperate. There are our pins. And I think if you look closely, there's nothing spectacular about them in any way. They're all just regular pins. Sorry, the springs got sacrificed in the milling machine. It grabs those first when you machine out the plugs. But there you go, nothing. And I think because it's all regular pins, normal pins, that explains why we were able to rock it and bitch pick it so easily. Now let's take a look at the lock itself. This might even start to get a little more interesting. I didn't put the pins in because then I wouldn't be able to hold it up. This turned out pretty well. And if anybody wants this thing, just drop me a PM, and the first guy that PMs me can have it. Just let me know. Just make sure I get your address. I'll mail it to you. But anyway, I put the plug back in so you can see how this thing works. And in fact, I still have the original key. So let's just demonstrate how it works. We'll just slide it up. Now there's no pins. I'm just using this to turn it. But you'll notice that the plug is retained inside of the lock by this bar. I don't know if any of you have ever seen those before, but it's a 5-pin lock, and there's your 5 pins. And it's actually got 6 holes. And the 6th one has this long bar, which goes all the way into the plug itself, which keeps it from over-rotating, so we can't twist these things out. So when we turn our key, you'll notice it has this little pawl up there. See if I can, again, move in a little bit. The advantage of technology. And then when I rotate this, those are both spring-loaded, and then, boom, there we go. That worked out pretty good. So if we shim it, you can easily see how we can overcome the shims, but unfortunately on this one, the machine was too tight. So pretty cool, eh? Anyway, now we know how it works. We now know why it's a piece of crap, and if anybody wants it, first guy that PMs me gets it. Thanks for your time. Hope I didn't waste anybody's. Always be safe, and also always be legal. Thanks. Bye.